And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIsland guy. We are back here in Manchester today. We're going to be heading over to Hamburg. Flight time to Hamburg today is going to be about an hour and 18 minutes. And overall, about an hour 30 minutes or so gate to gate. The weather in Hamburg right now is looking good. It is 20 degrees C, and we're looking at winds out of 190 at 10 knots, sorry, with gusts to 20 knots. As you can see, the weather here in Manchester is pretty good as well. Few clouds. Winds out of 220 at 10 knots, and it's 14 degrees C. As you can see, we have our aircraft already started. Pretty much good to go. I'm just going to do a couple last minute things before we get going. First thing to do is set our initial altitude today. We're going to be doing a step climb, and we're going to be going up to 23,000 feet, and then from there we'll be climbing up to 45,000. Okay. So we're going to be departing runway 23 left here in Manchester, and due to the size of this airport, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a pretty substantial taxi to get there. Yeah, it's going to be a long one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to kick off the passenger briefing, and we're going to get started. So I'll be back once the passenger briefing is done. And hopefully we have a decent flight today. Kind of expecting a possible crash.
May I have your attention, please?
Shortly after takeoff, so we'll see how that goes.
CJ4 aircraft. Your flight crew will make every effort to make your trip pleasant. At this time, please refer to the passenger briefing card located near your seat for important safety-related information. Smoking is prohibited aboard this aircraft, while the no smoking lights are illuminated and prohibited in the lavatory at all times. Aviation regulations require passenger compliance with lighted no smoking and seatbelt signs, placards, as well as flight crew instructions. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, please ensure that your lap belt and shoulder harness are fastened and all portable electronic devices are turned off. Tables, luggage, and loose articles must be stowed and secured. Seats must be in the upright and outboard position, and your headrest extended per instructions located near your seat. To fasten your lap belt, place the flat metal end into the buckle. Pull on the lap belt strap to tighten the lap belt. To fasten the shoulder harness, pull the shoulder harness strap across and in front of you, and put the metal end onto the stud located on your lap belt. To release your lap belt, depress the latch release on the top portion of the buckle. To release the shoulder harness, unhook the metal end from the stud. Because of the possibility of unexpected turbulence, please keep your lap belt securely fastened about you at all times while in your seat. In the event of cabin depressurization, oxygen masks will automatically drop from overhead compartment. Locate the nearest mask, pull the mask down to the full length of the tubing, and place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust masks by pulling the elastic straps and breathe normally. Don your mask prior to assisting others with their masks. An emergency exit is located at the right side of the aft cabin. To open the emergency exit, remove the plastic panel covering the release handle. turn the handle in the clockwise direction. Pull the top of the emergency exit inward, lifting the base out of the opening and into the cabin. Discard the emergency exit overboard. Exit the cabin by stepping through the opening onto the wing and continue forward off the wing. The main entry door, which you use to enter the aircraft, may also be used as an emergency exit. To open the main entry door, first, push in on the inner paddle located above the inner handle. Second, pull down on the inner handle approximately 90 degrees. Push the door open and lower the stairs to exit the aircraft. Life vest locations are placarded near your seat. To don the life vest, tear open the storage bag and remove the vest. Place the life vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Buckle and tighten the strap. For children, wrap the belt around a leg. Buckle and tighten the strap. Inflate the life vest after exiting the plane by pulling downward on both red tabs. If the life vest fails to inflate, blow into the manual inflation tubes attached to the vest. For information on the location and use of fire extinguishers, as well as other emergency or survival equipment, refer to your passenger briefing card or consult your flight crew. Thank you, and have a pleasant flight.
Alright, passenger briefing is done, and we're just here at the runway waiting for clearance. And let's just act like we've gotten clearance already. As you know, most of the time, pretty much 99% of the time, I'm not flying with ATC. So we're pretty much ready to go. So our strobes and landing lights can come on. That's fine, it's tail light. You know me, I like to go with the flashes. Let's just look outside real quick. Awesome. Alright. So let's get out of here. As I was saying, I kind of started the passenger briefing before I finished my sentence, which makes no sense because I'm in control of that. But I was saying essentially there is an issue right now with the CJ4. I thought it was just me, but I just saw a thread on the forum that's talking about the crashes in the CJ4 since we're on update 5. So I'm experiencing them as well. So hopefully when you see this video, this isn't the second or third time I'm attempting this flight. We shall see how it goes. Alright, let's get this flight started. And we're just going to do a rolling start. Rotate speed today is 99 knots.
Airport time log.
Gear up. All right. Just trying to hold the nose steady as I climb. And the nose keeps pitching up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's go ahead and get our autopilot on. And let's do a flight level change. That's what I normally do, just so I could hold my speed. And just want to see where we are in terms of position. Forgot to change the MFD. Alright, so we're nowhere near our kind of flight plan, so we're moving away from it. So we're gonna go into heading mode and get back to where we're supposed to be. And once we're kind of on that path, we'll go ahead and enable nav mode. Transition altitude here at EGC C. Let's see. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. So you can go ahead and go standard on the barrel. And the landing lights could come off. So it's a pretty good looking day here in Manchester, as you can see. Beautiful takeoff. And I'm gonna set my speed to 250 knots. We'll continue our climb. I think we can go nav mode as well. Alright, we're still not close enough. What I'll do is I'll go heading mode. And once we get on that heading, then I'll switch back to nav mode and we should just capture the flight path and just keep going. All right. So one thing that I've always liked about the CJ4 is that you get above the clouds pretty quickly. So icing and all that isn't too much of an issue. I always forget to turn on the yaw damper as well. Alright, so according to our flight plan right now, we are doing we're doing a step climb. Did not enable nav mode? It's still in heading mode right now. It's weird. There we go. Alright, so according to SimBrief, we'll be doing a step climb, as I mentioned before. So let's go to our legs page. So right now we're heading to Denbigh, and we're aiming for 23,000 feet at Denbigh. And then once we get up to Dessig is where we'll continue our climb up to 45,000 feet. Another thing that I want to make sure about is top of descent. Make sure that's been calculated properly. Okay, so it's at Ribso. That's where our top of descent is. And I think we have about 60 nautical miles or so to go from 45,000. Oh, shoot. Forgot we leveled off. Yeah, so we have 60 something nautical miles to get from 45,000 down to 4,000, which I think is going to be a bit of a steep descent. We've also passed Desig now, so we can go ahead and continue our climb to 45,000. Sorry about that. Yeah, so now we're climbing back up to 45,000, and I might reduce our speed a little bit. What does the VNav say our climb speed should be? Let's see, takeoff. VNav setup. VNav climb should be at 064 or 240 knots. So yeah, let's go ahead and increase that. Okay. Alright, so just got an overspeed in the CJ4, which means that there goes my safety bonus. I always find some way to lose it, but you know, it is what it is. Alright. So let's take a quick look at exactly where we're going to be going today. So the name of the city is Finkenwerder in Hamburg, Germany. So let's see. Literally never heard of this place before. So it's pronounced Finkenwerder. Finkenwerder. Alright, so let's find out about Finkenwerder. I'm just trying to find something that's in English here. So there's nothing opening. Oh, let's look at Wikipedia then. So Finkenwerder is a quarter of Hamburg, Germany, in the borough Hamburg Mitte. And fun fact, there's an Airbus plant located there, and the airport is there as well. So it's pretty small, population of about 11,668. So it's located sort of in northern Germany, and always interesting. I like the architecture and stuff. Looks cool. I'm trying to find some other information here on Finkenwerder. But the one site that I wanted to look at isn't opening. But I think the main takeaway here is that there's an Airbus plant there, which is interesting considering how kind of small the area is. So anyways, we're going to continue climbing to 45,000 feet, and yeah, once we get up there, we'll just continue our cruise. As I said, it's a fairly short flight. It's about 450 nautical miles and just a little over an hour. So yeah, hoping things go well. Gonna keep an eye on this climb rate because 45,000 is pretty much the max that this aircraft can cruise at. So I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of struggle to reach that altitude. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I'll be back when we start our descent, and I'll talk to you then. All right, in the meantime, I am gonna sit back and enjoy the view. The little cotton balls outside. All right, I'll talk to you then. I'll be back. And welcome back, everyone. We've started our descent into Hamburg. Looks like we're dealing with a lot of heavy cloud right now, but the actual forecast calls for like the weather to be okay here. So we're looking at winds out of 180 at 10 knots with temperatures at 21 degrees C. Ceiling is at 14,000 feet. The sky conditions broken at 17,000 and broken at 14,000 and a few clouds at 5,000. So sort of hoping that things clear up as we get a little closer. Let's go ahead and bring up the ILS approach here. And so right now, the way that this approach is set up is you kind of have a general approach or kind of a general approach pattern for all of the other approaches. So we're doing the runway 23 ILS approach, which kind of has these sort of general approaches here. I guess because there's multiple ones, they kind of put it all into its own like plate before it moves to the actual approach for runway 23. But we're going to be coming in here, as you can see, heading towards HI 632, and we're trying to get down to 4,000 feet, but we are extremely high right now, so I highly doubt we're going to be able to get this approach done. I just don't know. We've been doing a really aggressive descent, just to make sure we can get down in time. But I don't know if this is gonna happen. We already have our ILS tuned, as far as I know. ILS 108.23, 108.5. Yeah, it's already tuned. Man, the weather's supposed to be a lot better than this right now. This is ridiculous. So we're trying to get down to 4,000 feet, and I just closed Navigraph. Don't know why I always do that. Okay. So basically trying to get down to 4,000 feet, then we're eventually going to be coming down here to 3,000. And that's where we're going to be capturing the glide slope, hopefully. But we shall see. Alright, VNAV is taking over now for our descent, which is good. Gonna go ahead, get these landing lights back on. So we've just crossed 10,000 feet. Got some sparkling cloud action. Alright, that looks kind of weird. So this is going to be tough. It's going to be a little tough, I think. We're still pretty aggressive on our descent, and I need to be able to slow down the aircraft right now. So everything's going to probably happen fairly quickly. Looks like we've gotten through the worst of it with the clouds. And I guess today wasn't as nice a day as the forecast called for. Alright. We're going to go flaps 15. And let's let our passengers know that we're about to land. Although we're kind of a little late this time.
May I have your attention, please? We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices. devices, snow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Return your seat to the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder harness securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop in the parking lot. Thank you.
Actually, I think we're good now. We're good now. I just realized we still have a few waypoints before we actually hit Tamib. Tamib is where we should be at 3,000 feet. So yeah, I think we're good to go now. Slowing down a little bit more, we can go flaps 3-5.
Landing gear. 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 Landing gear.
That landing gear warning is going to get
Landing
annoying,
gear.
so let's just drop them now. Alright, so we're fully configured now for landing. And let's see how things go, folks. I wonder if there's a gear inhibit warning. I gotta double check for that, because I don't know. Should be able to drop the landing gear without being shouted at or drop the flaps to full without being shouted at for not having our landing gear down. I know in like smaller piston aircraft you can disable it. Not too sure it is in here.
Altitude.
So right now we're just trying to maintain, a decent speed. I don't want to go too fast. We actually haven't done the approach config, so the approach speed is 106 and VREF is 99. Let's go ahead and send that. So we could try and get the aircraft kind of a little further down to that speed. But I was definitely expecting better weather here. Although I don't mind these approaches, I actually find them kind of fun in the CJ4. They're only fun because I actually know how to fly this aircraft. If this is the CRJ, I'll be a lot more nervous. Also need to set the altimeter, which I did not do. It's supposed to be here 295 or 29.5. Alright, so now we're going down to 3,000 and we're going to be 2 waypoints away from our final approach fix. I think once I hit this waypoint here, I'm going to, once we kind of turn a little bit to get back onto our course, I'm going to go ahead and go into Loc 1 for navigation. Alright, so while we're keeping an eye on things, let's see where we should be going once we touch down. Alright, so here we are, landing runway 23. We're going to be coming in here. So what we can do is either turn left and come to apron 1. Doesn't really say what apron 1 is for. Or we can just go right and head over to apron 2. So we got a nice long runway to deal with, but it's got a pretty big displaced threshold. We'll go ahead and let's go ahead and let our ILS take care of that. Just trying to find a good position here. Looks like the runway off to our right. Alright, so now that we've gotten below the clouds, things look a little better down here, which is good. As I said, VNAV is taken over, but we're just waiting for our next top of descent. We're just going to come to this waypoint, come at this waypoint right here. Yeah, once we hit that waypoint, we're going to descend to 3,000. And I'm going to switch our nav source to Loc 1 at that point and arm approach, and we'll get ready for landing. Overall, this has been a really good flight. I was actually enjoying cruise so much that I just took a little bit of video of us skimming over the clouds, so you probably saw those. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And keeping our fingers crossed for a non-eventful landing. Didn't realize there was such a big jump between these two waypoints. Looks like probably about 10 nautical miles or so. Just holding at about 120 knots right now. I just want to keep my speed in check, so you don't have to do too much adjustments on the way down. as I've mentioned to you guys before, I am heading out. Well, I feel like by the time you see this video, I'll probably be gone already. But I'm going to be gone for a few weeks again. So the rate of the videos coming out on the channel is going to slow down a little bit. Probably until November. Once I reach into November, I'll get back to my normal schedule of 2 or 3 videos a week. And then end of November, it's going to slow down a little bit again until early December. And then at that point, things should pick up again. So I'm going to be doing a bit of moving around. I'm going to be going back home for a couple weeks to Bermuda. Maybe I might try and take a quick video when we're landing. And I'll probably post it up here. See how it goes. So the airport is still straight ahead of us. City is looking beautiful here below us. Love the way it's all laid out. The area around the airport is pretty populated. I'll switch to the other side. Is that the airport right there? That can't be it. At least I hope not. No, that can't be it. So where we're landing is, looks like on the other side of this river. Or right on the edge of the river. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think that's our airport. It scared me. We should be going down to 3,000 now. It's just refusing to do it. That is weird. Anyway, gonna switch my gonna switch to loc 1, go into approach mode. So I don't know if this is gonna work. It looks like we're kind of high of the glide slope. We should be below it. We should also be at 3,000 feet. So I'm not too sure what's happening there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It says the localizer and the approach is active, but I don't know. It looks like we're very high. I'm kind of back in the clouds again, so. Yeah, not sure what's going on, guys. The airport should be right ahead of us, but I'm going to take a risk here, and I'm going to disengage the autopilot. And I'm going to start our descent. Just to try and get out of this layer of clouds here. City is looking awesome, though. So I'm gonna try and get below the glide slope. They'll arm the autopilot again. Alright, now it should be good. Yep, looks like we're turning now. Let's go with our speed. We're trying to just focus on this landing. Looks like we're getting a lot of turbulence. We have what looks like a 40 knot headwind, which kind of seems wrong, but the plane is crabbing pretty hard as well. Just to show you how hard we're crabbing, the airport should actually be more right here. But we're crabbing so hard into the wind that the airport's almost getting pushed out of our vision. So I'm gonna try and let the ILS handle this landing for as long as possible. is definitely the roughest landing I've had in the CJ4 for a while.
Wind 180 at 31 knots.
Alright. Don't feel very stabilized right now. We're pretty high still. That's alright though.
Autopilot.
Minimums.
Gonna continue. Sell it.
Landing time log.
We're not that good at landing in terms of staying on the center line, but it was fairly smooth for the passengers, which is important, which is what's important to me. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hamburg. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of the city again, because I know I'm going to get it wrong. Alright, so this is a bit of a bumpy approach. Lots of wind. Definitely not what I was expecting weather-wise. But, you know, I love these conditions though. Alright, so we're gonna go to the left here. It's kind of where the main terminal is. And yeah, just gonna find somewhere around here to park. Landing lights can come off, strobes can come off as well. And a flag. All right. Cool. Our spoilers came up. They didn't work before. Alright, so I'm just gonna see if I can find a marshal here somewhere. If not, we're just gonna park the plane wherever. I wonder if there's something. Nah, nothing in the back of the boom here. Alright. So let's park close to this jet over here. It's near the hangars. Actually, this is a marshal right here. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Parking brake on, and my apologies for the taxi lights in your face. Beacons off, and
Engine off time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
awesome. So I hope the executives had a strong stomach, because this was definitely a bumpy landing. A little more bumpy than I'm used to. Turn these guys off. And that guy off. And our marshal's gone. Sweet. All right. Cool. Why do you have to keep adjusting this? Alrighty, folks. So that is about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight. This was a pretty cool one for me. Yeah, I know. I just enjoyed this really like cloudy approaches and stuff. I don't know why. We'll be back though on our next flight. Not too sure where we will be heading, but sure it's gonna be a fun one still. So on behalf of myself here on the FlyIsland Guide channel, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. As usual, stay safe. Most of all, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.